Imagine hitting the jackpot when it comes to creating your own story. The Promised Neverland was an anime that came out in spring 2019 that suffered one of the worst fates in anime history. I didn't have any expectations for this show at all. To be honest with you guys, I didn't even know it came out. I caught wind of this show because of a clip that I saw of this character right here, who was so determined to catch kids while playing a game of tag. You are not fast enough. The Promised Neverland is a story about a group of orphans that truly find out why they were being raised for. Food. The lightheartedness at which the story started off was just amazing. I thought this was going to be a slice of life of things that happen at an orphanage. But near the end of the first episode, when we find out that Connie actually didn't get adopted, but got eaten instead, was a gripping horror. What seemed like an impossible challenge, however, these kids are gonna try to find a way to escape. We get 12 episodes of high IQ plays from left to right. We get to understand the reason behind the mothers raising these children, and we also understand the origin of the demons in the first place. Just for all of this to be thrown away. I'm not joking. When a gymnast is preparing for their huge performance of the night, running and leaping off the edge doing a collection of tricks that look so elegant and pure in the air, perfection at its finest. And what looks to be a perfect performance is tainted because as they come down, they just don't stick the landing. The emotions that the gymnast feels after is the thought of what could have been. That is The Promised Neverland, a could have been. This show lost all its potential when coming out with a season 2. And what's so crazy about it is how they did it. It is simply because they decided to derive from the manga. When season 2 came out and I started watching, the moment I knew that this was the downfall of The Promised Neverland was Norman's return. Although I didn't read the manga, I could tell something was rushed here. There was a gut feeling that I had. Don't get me wrong, I was happy to see him, but the number of unanswered questions that was answered through just dialogue was trash. It was trash. There were many skipped arcs in this anime, including what was supposed to be arguably this anime's best arc, the Goldie Pond arc. This arc was supposed to take The Promised Neverland to another level as it focused on the world building of the series and introduced new characters with a villain that arguably rivals Isabella herself. The thing is, this aspect is now stripped away from The Promised Neverland. All of these characters that were supposed to build upon the show are now gone. Norman's reveal was obviously supposed to be the shock factor that the directors thought the audience wanted, but they also misunderstood that a fully fledged out story needs a proper build up for the payoff to be that much greater. This is a huge problem that I see with some anime studios that I simply just don't understand. When you try to cram what an author is trying to develop and convey over time into a rushed product, honestly seems kinda disrespectful. Now look, I'ma say what we're all thinking. What if The Promised Neverland got a Brotherhood treatment? I know for a fact that The Promised Neverland didn't lose all its popularity, and before anyone says it's impossible because of the simple fact that the reason Brotherhood was made in the first place was because the manga was still ongoing. Remember that we can get OVAs, specials, or an entire pickup from another studio to give this story the proper ending that it deserved. The Promised Neverland had potential to be one of the best anime ever, but fell short due to the misunderstanding of what the community wanted. What do you think about The Promised Neverland? Should it get revived, or should it remain a story that could have been great? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, God bless, and peace.